Fillies and gentle colts, please welcome the shirt to change all shirts.
The great and powerful Trixie! Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he has a Trixie shirt. I'm jelly of him.
I'm Tel Zero.
This is JTH.
Trixie.
And we are going to be getting part 6 of Princess Lunaughty. So, a 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5. Colgate, Carrot Top, Barry Punch called out to our friends as she rushed into the bar. Barry? Colgate asked as her and Carrot Top turned around in their seats. Oh, hey, you're back pretty quick. Where's Starshine? Oh, she's, just back at the house. I wanted to ask you a big favor. What is it? Carrot Top asked. Well, can you both come with me so we can hold a welcome to Ponyville party? Barry Punch smiled in a way that made the two at the bar think they were talking to Pinkie Pie. A party? Colgate tilted her head. Yeah, I just wanted to invite some of my friends to celebrate my cousins coming to Ponyville. It'll be great. Your cousins? Ah, I see. Colgate took a small sip of her drink as she exchanged quick glances with Carrot Top.
Oh dear, they know something is up.
Oh yeah.
Trixie. The shirt is just that awesome. By the way,
Please! Barry put out her best Philly eyes, which weren't any better than Fluttershy trying to act like a hard ass.
telephone.
Who's that?
While he's doing that, by the way, you can get the shirts like this at WeLoveFine.com. When you use the code EFR10, you will get 10% off your order. Enjoy. Thank you, Dusty Crap, for that information, by the way.
Who is calling?
A person. You must be asking for your mother or something. I don't think a swig of my do.
Okay, well, hold on. Barry put on her best Philly eyes, which ain't better than Fluttershy trying to act like a hard ass.
Flutterbitch. I hate that name.
I'm sorry, Barry, but Sure, we'll go, Colgate announced, interrupting Carrot Top. In fact, this sounds like a great idea. Don't you think so, Carrot? Colgate looked at Carrot Top with a smile, who looked back with a face filled with horror. You will? Barry gasped in glee. Yep, Colgate nudged Carrot Top roughly, snapping her out of her horrified face. Isn't that right, Carrot Top? Sure. Sure we'll go. It'll be fun. Carrot Top put on her best fake smile, but her eyes still darted angrily at Colgate, giving her a what are you thinking look.
You know what's going to happen.
Great, let's get going right now then, Barry said, already turning towards the door. Wait a minute, Barry, Colgate said, giving Carrot Top a trust me look in return. What is it? Barry asked, turning back around. Why don't you invite some other ponies to come too? I mean, yeah, 5 ponies makes a party, but how about some others? Rose, Lily, and Lacey, look, are all right over there. Colgate pointed to the trio of mares sitting on the other side of the club, talking to each other. Not only that, but we know that Final Scratch is performing at another club, and some of our friends might even be over there too. Barry placed the hoop on her chin as she thought to herself. But Luna only wants these 2. How do I get them to the secret place while still making them think I'm inviting others? I guess I'll just fake it. Okay, but you two can go on ahead, while I invite some of our other friends to join us. Sure thing, Colgate smiled cheerfully. We'll go right now. She turned and slapped some bits onto the bar for paying for their drinks. We're going now. See you later, Reb. I guess probably short for her name or something.
Yes.
See you, Colgate, Carrot Top replied a mare behind the bar who was serving drinks. Colgate got out of her seat with Carrot Top following suit after moving slower with a sign of uncertainty. So where should we meet up at? Colgate asked. Her and Carrot Top looking at Barry Punch. Oh, just go inside the windmill at the center of town. I'm holding the party there. The windmill? Carrot Top raised an eyebrow. But why would? Sounds great, Colgate interrupted. We'll see you there.
Colgate is very, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Enthusiastic about this, apparently.
Yeah, either that or she knows something's up.
Maybe. Yeah, wasn't it Colgate who was like, oh...
Yeah, like suspicious?
Yeah.
Yeah. Colgate waved at Barry as her and Carrot Top began walking towards the door. Once out the first door, Barry decided to start randomly walking around the club as if she were inviting ponies, in case Colgate or Carrot Top came back for something. She sort of felt bad for having to trick her friends like that, but she knew it was for the best. For her, for them, and for her mistress.
Yeesh. Why are they calling her mistress?
I don't know. Are you out of your mind? Carrot Top yelled at Colgate as they went through the second door of the club and two walking down the street casually. We talked about this in the bar. You know how fishy that whole deal with Starshine being Barry's relative is? I know, but that's why we accepted the deal in the first place. Wait, what? Carrot Top tilted her head. Listen, Pinkie Pie said herself that she thinks Luna can shapeshift and stuff, right? And if Starshine and Discolor are really Princess Luna in disguise, that would explain why we never got the chance to see them both together at the same time. My God, Colgate, you are clever. Kudos to you.
Yes, now I must get a Colgate shirt.
Well, yeah, but what are you getting at? All we have to do is go find Derpy and Cheerilee, and if they had any run-ins with Princess Luna while they were out with Disco, it would mean that Disco and Starshine really are Luna, and that Barry is working with her as we suspect. God, you are a genius!
Derpy had run in, and Shirley had run in, so...
And tragically so did Dinky, but thank God she ran.
She got out of there. Fuck.
Man, if she got raped by Luna, oh God, that would break me.
I'd be out.
That would break me in a really big way. I'm telling you, if we get to a chapter that happens, that couch behind us, if that happens, I'm gonna go back there and lay down and cry.
Like I did for the My Little Dashie thing?
Yes. Tell you the truth, I actually read that.
Fuck you.
Actually, I enjoyed it.
You're jerky! Why did you... No!
What, it was nice.
No, it wasn't!
Yes, it was!
No, it wasn't!
Let's
Keep
go.
it.
But we still haven't figured out why Barry Punch will be working with Luna to cause trouble around Ponyville. Heck, how knowing Barry, Luna's probably just good in bed or something. That's not funny. Yes, it is. Okay, maybe a little, but you know what I mean. Barry's our friend. We gotta help her too, you know. What do you mean, help her? She seems to be doing all of this willingly.
Barry seems like a sexually obsessed filly.
I know, but what if she doesn't know what's good for her? Like her drinking problem. She could be getting herself into a real regret later. But Barry loves alcohol, Colgate's claim, although true, was met with a stern glance from Carrot Top. She sighed. Okay, you're right. Barry is our friend, so we should help her. That's the spirit, Carrot Top smiled. But how do we help her out of this mess? Carrot Top lowered her head, thinking for a few moments, while the two continued walking practically aimlessly down the street. You know how there were royal guards in the club and they're searching for Luna, right? Yeah, go on. Well, if some pony as important as Luna is here, then don't you think Princess Celestia would be here too? Hey, yeah, you're right. So you're thinking if we go find Celestia and tell her about Barry's plan and then get Luna captured so we can save our friend, right? Precisely. Ha! I like this plan. I feel happy just being a part of it. Let's do it.
I'm liking this idea. Speaking of Scootaloo, I am getting a Scootaloo shirt as well.
Alright then. But, Carrot Top stopped in the middle of the street, Colgate doing the same as she looked at her. How do we find Celestia? Colgate looked up for a moment in thought. Then an idea. I know just who to look for. I hear he's a bit of a pervert, but I know he can help.
Derp.
Who? I've never heard of any guy like this. Who the heck is he? Who the heck are they talking about?
Oh, I know.
I don't know. You found another one? Celestia called to the group of guards and Applejack as they landed in front of a house. No one yet. Not just one, Your Highness, but two. Applejack and the other guard moved out of the way, revealing two mares cuddled against each other with a blanket draped over them.
Byron Bonbon.
You mean both at once? Celestia asked as she approached the two. Seems like it. Applejack began looking at the two ponies before looking back at Celestia. This here's Lara and Bonbon. They live together. They get around quite a bit, and I usually know most of the local gossip, so I figured there was something to know. They know it. Turns out they just don't know it, but they experienced it. So
are they going to be like in control? Luna going to be like in control of them now? This is crazy.
I have no freaking clue.
This figure's weird.
Is it true? Celestia asked as she looked towards the two mares who walked up at her slowly. Did you have an encounter with my sister? Yes, Your Highness, the teal one said, both of them visibly shivering. Me and Bonbon were just hanging out at our usual club, just talking and having some drinks, but then we came back here. We got inside out of the house, and then Luna was there. Did she follow you, or was she already inside? Celestia asked. We think she followed us, Lyra said, curling her arms further around Bonbon while she curled her head back down. We heard some strange noises when we were coming back. The place was still closed up. How we left it when we got here. I'm pretty sure we were followed. They're acting different than Shirley did.
Yeah, they definitely are.
And this club you mentioned, what was the name? Melody's... Bonbon stuttered, still holding her head down, not looking up. Melody's Midnight Mares. It's just down the street. Bonbon could be heard sniffling, making it apparent she was crying. God, they're really depressed about getting raped. Well, I can imagine that.
Wouldn't you be?
Yeah, I would.
I dare you, bud.
I mean, seriously, getting forced to have sex makes you feel kind of discouraged. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I will scroll down a bit more. Please tell me, did either of you see anything unusual there? Perhaps some ponies you never saw before? Telephone!
Who is crawling? Cousin?
No.
How is it?
It's, Walter. It's our financial advisor.
Oh, nice to know.
Well, Lyra spoke up, her beginning to stroke Bonbon's mane to comfort her more. There were 2 mares that came in that we hadn't seen before. I see. Celestia closed her eyes for a moment, then opened them. A greater seriousness visible that Ryla could immediately see. My faithful subject, I need you to describe to me everything you saw in there from the time the first 2 ponies came in and the time you left. I know you and your partner are not in the best of conditions right now, but please, the fate of Equestria may be in the balance.
I don't think it's all that bad. I'm just checking to see if my iPod was done charging or not.
She's right. She's right, Lyra, Applejack said, stepping in. I know this is tough for you, but believe me, we gotta know, or else something terrible is fixing to happen.
Yeah, yes.
Alright, we'll tell you what we know. The next several minutes was Lyra explaining what she had seen and the little she had heard coming from the 2 mystery ponies and her friends. The first pony's name, Starshine Brightglow, but not the other one. However, when she connected the second mystery pony with Shirley, it became obvious to Celestia that the second mystery pony was Disco Lens. It was more than this. What more as this appeared as though Luna was targeting every pony who had come into contact with in that club. Meaning her first target would have been Berry Punch, then it would have been Shirley, then Lyra and Bonbon, and then help! Some pony, help! The sound of a young filly could be heard in the distance, rapidly getting louder.
The muffin monster is eating my mommy.
What the fuck? Oh my god. I guess that would be a good way for a filly to put it.
I guess.
All 3 guards, Applejack and Celestia, and both Ryla and Bonbon, looked over to see a little unicorn filly running over to them with tears in her eyes. Dinky hooves, Applejack called out as she stepped towards the distressed filly. What's wrong, little filly? Applejack, seeing a familiar friendly face, Dinky immediately ran up to Applejack and flew straight into her, holding her hooves around the country mare tightly. You gotta help, my mommy is being attacked by a muffin monster.
Cuteness.
That's not cute, well, that is cute, but it's also funny. Because she doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
A muffin monster? Applejack held the filly close but reared her head back slightly in confusion. What the hell are you talking about, little one? I was just... More tears began to flow from the filly. I woke up in the night and went to my mom's room because I heard some weird noise. Then I saw her on the bed and it looked like something was bouncing on top of her. Dinky cried aloud for a few moments as Applejack looked up at Celestia, their eyes exchanging glances and both realizing what the filly might have seen.
Oh, God.
My mom was tied up and she looked at me and told me to run. And when she did, that thing on top of her looked at me. And it smiled at me. It was really scary. Its smile seemed to glow in the dark. Luna, Celestia whispered under her breath. Lyra, Bonbon, she said in a serious tone, looking directly at the cowering couple. Yes, Your Highness, Lyra replied as they both looked up at Celestia. I'm sorry to trouble you further, but I need you both to look after this little filly while Applejack leads me to her house. It is very important that you do so. Can I count on you? Yes you can, Bonbon spoke up, turning to look at Dinky. Hun, the princess is going to save your mommy. Would you mind staying with us for a while? It's okay if... It's okay if I do? Dinky said, her tears slowing down. Are you sure they can save my mommy? Auntie Bonbon?
Oh god.
Uncle Lyra.
Oh my god. Wait. I think I might know what's going to happen here. Maybe they're not showing that they're being controlled by Luna. Maybe once they leave, Dinky. Oh god, please don't tell
Oh
me.
no, please no.
God, I don't want that. Oh, Celestia, don't want that to happen.
Oh, Celestia. Yes, trust me, you have no reason to worry anymore. They'll take care of that mean old muffin monster for you. Bonbon smiled at the filly, who smiled back, and she ran into the couple's arms, still sniffling, however. Well, don't forget, Lyra and Bonbon are practically tied up.
But still, you understand what I'm going at, right? What I'm getting at.
Yeah, I understand what you're getting at, but still.
Oh god, please don't let that happen.
On and Uncle, Applejack whispered in Lyra's ear. Well, Lyra began whispering back. We're really good friends of Derpy, so much that sometimes Stinky likes to think we're related or something. It's really sweet.
Oh, cuteness.
Well, I reckon this sort of makes this easier. Then Applejack stepped back and looked at Celestia. We should get going now, Princess. Oh. I agree. Please lead the way. And with Applejack nodded and swiftly began to gallop down the street, Celestia taking flight and following close behind with a few guards just behind her. On their way to Derpy's house, Celestia spotted a sign reading Melody's Midnight Mares on the side of the road against a building. She made a mental note to go directly there if they were done with the task at hand. It did not take them long for them to reach Derpy's home. In fact, looking over Celestia was able to see the schoolhouse she was just in earlier in the distance. She sighed, realizing just how close her sister may have been not long ago. Applejack entered first, simply going through the front door since it was already open slightly. Celestia and one guard followed behind as the other two guards kept watch outside. It didn't take them long to find the bedroom, and to find Derpy sleeping soundly under the covers. At first it would seem like as though nothing had happened in this room, but Celestia knew better from when she found Twilight. Applejack had entered the room and were immediately hit with a wall of hot, musty air.
Oh boy.
Feeling this, Celestia illuminated the room with light from her horn, revealing several large, dark, damp zones on the bed.
Oh god.
As if testing to be absolutely sure this was Luna's work, Celestia got another idea in mind. She leaned down over the Great Pegasus, who seemed to be unconscious from exhaustion, and pressed their lips together.
Huh?
What the heck? How is that gonna help?
Derp?
Princess! Applejack cried out. What the hey? Unless this is a way of finding out if Luna was really here. Maybe it's a way to tell. Celestia ignored her as she pushed her tongue into the mouth of the male mare. She felt around not for her own enjoyment, not primarily, but instead to taste around.
I'm so confused!
Celestia pulled her head back after a few sounds, licking her lips slightly. She looked over the Pegasus, still sleeping in the bed soundly. She looked over to Applejack, who seemed ready to bolt out the door at any second. Don't worry, Applejack. Celestia finally said in a calm, hopefully relaxing voice. I was only tasting for my sister.
Wait. Tasting for my sister. Are you saying that you and your sister... You pervert. You get me.
I get where you're going.
Ew, no.
Tasting? What was... Was that what you were doing? Because you looked to me like you were enjoying it. I know this sounds strange, but I still remember my sister's taste back on April Fool's night when I first fell mentally ill.
Okay, now
After probing around the inside of this mare, I can say without a doubt now that Luna was here. Oh, well, I guess I can kind of see why you did that. Applejack coughed slightly, feeling a bit awkward just then. Maybe we should let Derpy rest. She must have had a really tough time.
Leave one of the guards with her.
I agree. In the meantime, I know exactly where we should go next. Celestia said as she turned flank and began towards the door, Applejack and the one guard close behind her. Where do you have in mind exactly? Melody's Midnight Mares. Luna crept through the shadows in the alleyways of Ponyville, finally reaching her destination. It was a home that was much better kept than most others, being larger and overall more elaborate. It was home to a certain mare, one of great importance in the town. Luna thought the age of this mare may be an issue, but decided to take the risk as she entered through one of the side windows.
I'm gonna take a guess. Age of the mare, important to Ponyville, mare.
We'll have to wait and see. The house was dark, obviously, but Luna pushed through, her night vision better than any pony else. It did not take long for her to reach the bedroom, a very large bedroom with a large-sized bed in the center up against the back wall. It was well made, consisted of multiple pillows at the head and a comfort of what seemed to be an expensive brand. But this isn't what stuck out to Luna of all things. What perplexed her was when she entered the room and looked down upon the bed. No pony was there. "Aha!" came a voice suddenly as the lights from the loom flicked on. A slam was heard, and Luna spun around to see the door to the bedroom closed with the mare standing by it. The mare looked back at her face plastered with a devious grin as she stared directly at Luna.
Dirt.
She was also wearing some sort of tight black leather outfit, dripped running a crop visible hanging from her mouth.
What?
Other than the outfit, Luna was able to tell that this was the mare she had been looking for. It was her reaction to her own arrival, however, that startled her.
Mare? I was right.
Luna asked, her mouth agape as she stared at the moderately aged pony.
She's wearing leather. Oh, God.
Who knows? Maybe she suspected something.
Either that or she's a pervert.
"I knew you would come here," the mare said, her voice almost seemingly deranged as she began to slowly approach the lunar goddess. "But... what? But how? How did you know?" Luna felt herself stepping backwards as she... Wait. Why was Luna, the goddess of the night, finding herself startled by a simple mare? She didn't know, but this entire night had been one surprising other ponies that would usually end up forcing herself on them, only to find some pony else only willing, but is looking to force their own will on her. "I'm the mayor, of course. I know everything that goes on in my town." She continued to approach her, her gaze turning more seductive, yet more aggressive at the same time. "And though I missed out when your sister came through, I won't miss out this time."
Gay?
The McGee.
The
McGee. Luna was backed up against the bed, watching the deranged mare slowly walk closer. This was insane. No point except her own sister had cornered her like this. Not only that, but her subjects being willing was only one thing. But when they were trying to force her own will back on her, well, there was a line to be crossed. And Mare had freaked Luna out enough to cross it. Her mind was blaring at her and the word, "Nope." A picture of her own neck elongating repeatedly in her mind over and over. She needed to escape. She needed to get out of reach of this creepy mare. But she had to distract
Not so
the mare
easy
first.
when you're the victim, is it?
Something to get her eyes off for just a moment so she could teleport without interruption. Suddenly, an idea hit her. "Look," Luna announced with a gasp, pointing her hoof past the mare. "It's Twilight Sparkle in lingerie, bound and gagged on a luxurious couch." "Really? Where?" Mare turned around and her excitement peaked as her eyes searched for Twilight, but before she could realize Luna's ruse, however, a magical ping was heard and Luna swiftly teleported away. Turning around, Mare looked around confused and saw her bedroom empty, save for herself and the Ryan crop still hanging in her mouth.
What the hell? What is this? What are we reading?
Wow. Who'd have thought it?
Mare. Messed up.
A loud knock on the door made him snap out of his dream. His eyes opened. Oh, so they're going back to that guy that Colgate and Carrot Top were looking for.
Yeah.
His eyes opened. He could still feel the comfortable embrace of his covers around him. He slowly crawled out of bed, half-consciously moving towards the door of the bedroom. His limbs were lazily drugging across the floor, but he didn't care. He just wanted to see who was at the door so he could go back to bed. He didn't even bother to see if Twilight was still up or not.
Spike.
Yep, it's Spike. Spike opened the bedroom door and made his way downstairs, being careful that his groggy state didn't make him fall. He finally reached the bottom and approached the door, opening to see who it was outside.
I'm so confused! Spike?
He expected to see some pony else, but not these two specifically. Colgate? Carrot Top? He looked at the two ponies in front of him as he held the door open. "What are you two doing here?" "Well," Colgate said as she looked down at Spike, "we need your help writing a letter to Princess Celestia." "Princess Celestia?" The twilight shook Spike awake further, becoming almost fully awake then. "We need to send a letter her a letter for..." "Ah, I see Colgate's plan."
Why would they say Spike was a pervert, though? I'm confused. Didn't they say that he was kind of a pervert?
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand.
Me either. Well, Colgate thought through their plan, luring Luna into a trap again, and decided to try her luck with the trick Derpy did last week. She floated out a pair of sunglasses as you continue. Let's say the sunglasses went on her face. Special delivery.
Confused.
Carrot Top's front hoof immediately made contact with her face. End part 6.
Interesting. Odd, creepy, weird. I don't understand at all.
Anyways, this is JTH.
And the great and powerful Trixie wearing a shirt Joseph Tammy tells the hero.
And we will see you in part 7.
Later.
Goodbye.